So, MATFLIX is video streaming from maternity experts. At the maternity festivals, we've now filmed well in excess of 900 presentations. But there's a practical problem, which was that when people were watching them on Google and YouTube and a whole variety of other things, you never knew if the next video that came up could be trusted. And so, at the recommendation of academics and people working in the service, we decided that we needed to try and put them together into box sets. One of the big questions here is, obviously, is change coming in Ireland? You had an Act in 2011. There's been further reviews in 2014, and everyone's waiting to see how professional competence will develop. The material we've put together and is already used in Northern Ireland for revalidation by midwives is MATFLIX. And it can be used now for continuing professional development, but also it helps you be ready for anything that should come in your own professional area. And I think I'll let Jenny, who is the editor of the MATFLIX box sets, just take over and take you through some of the rest of the presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. As it says in the Act for Ireland at the moment, that a registered nurse or registered midwife actually should be maintaining their competence, should be keeping up to date in some way. There is possibly a pilot that could be taking place for people in relation to registration, invalidation of keeping up to date with your practice. So actually being prepared for this is very important at this time. So what I'm going to tell you about is what is already happening in the UK. This is what's happening for us at the moment. And at the moment for Northern Ireland, this is also covered by the NMC for those of you who are actually part of that as well, is that you have to demonstrate over 3 years that you have carried out 450 hours of practice. That might be in clinical practice, it might be in research, it might be in education. There are different forms for different people who have different roles that you have. But it's actually being able to demonstrate that 450 hours. And you have to show that evidence as well. And you have to show evidence as well of 35 hours of continuous professional development in some way. At least 20 hours of that has to be participatory. So that could be actually attending a course with other people, or it could actually be the fact that you've attended this conference and that you're going to get a certificate at the end of it will be part of it. And then you have to submit your learning to the Nursing Midwifery Council, and there are other parts of that as well, which you have to demonstrate with reflection, for example. And you have to maintain these records because you're then going to have to prove it to somebody that you have undertaken this work. And this is the different things that you have to actually fill out. There are particular forms that we have on the NMC website, and if you wanted to go and have a look at what we do over there at the moment to give you some idea, then you can actually use those and print off those forms for yourself and to keep a register over the next 3 years of what you're actually achieving. But the purpose of creating MATFLIX is an aim to help you. You will be also attending particular sessions. You might be within your practice areas of doing joint CPD of particular topics that's expected of you on a yearly basis, which you can also include. But what we are trying to do is to make it a bit easier for you and to give you some support within that process. Participatory learning, as I've already said, could be the conferences that you're attending, and it could be online. You could be actually, if you've attended through watching it through live stream, then you can also include those hours as well. But MATFLIX is to actually give you that purpose of personal learning, which is something that we also all have to do. So, as Neil's already said, there's over 900 films that have already been made, and I've had the wonderful job of being able to go through them all and to bring together selections in order to have under particular titles. So, for example, we have one at the moment on screening. So I've selected 5 or 6 talks that have been carried out over the past few years at different conferences done by people, put them together and then created reflective questions around those. You can watch them as videos, but you can also have the audio versions as well. So if you're going out and walking the dog, or if you're going out for a run, you could also listen to midwifery as you're going along, or in the car, or whatever you want to do. And in addition, I've also put within those packages references and further reading. Could be documents, government documents that are relevant to those particular packages that you can use. And there will be more and more of these coming out as time goes on. I think we've got 10 on the website at the moment, which are already ready, and there's at least another 10 that are waiting to go online, and there will be more following on from each year, from each conference that we are having each year, and they will be updated as time goes on. You then have to evidence your learning, and we can at MATFLIX also actually provide that evidence for you, which can then go in your portfolio. And those gives you a clue about exactly what those are. I've already just said those. And we've also got biographies of the presenters as well, all those people who have been involved with it. So what this purpose is actually to kind of keep up to date with what's going on, and we can connect together. And certainly MATFLIX is out there on social media. It's there on internet, on Instagram, and it's there on Facebook. It's there on Twitter as well, so you can connect in actually with the new packages that are coming out each time. And that's me, and that's us. Do you want to carry on now?
So you can watch MATFLIX anywhere. You can access it any time, not just for revalidation, but if you are applying for a new job, or you've just had some difficulty or an adverse incident and you want to go and revisit some of the best material around that to discuss it with colleagues. If you're in education, you might want your students to look at the material, because a lot of it is the most up-to-date, and you can watch it anywhere on big screens, right down to mobile phones. So this is about making sure that midwifery and maternity comes into the digital age, that it's easy, accessible, and that it's recognised by the authorities and other people for your continuing professional development. It's what everyone is urged to do all the time. So we've built in subscription packages. You can get your employers if you lobby them, or you can get your universities to buy subscriptions. Those of you that are students will know that you have access to things through your libraries. If you want access to this, they can get subscriptions for you. But if you want to keep up with the ones that are coming out, we are doing subscriptions for $6.99 a month. There's an offer for students, and there's an introductory offer, so that they will drop into your inbox. You'll be able to keep up with topical material, and you'll know that you're helping support a system which is not only available to midwives in the UK and in Ireland, but one of our campaign projects is to make this available in 120 countries. Our videos are already watched in 120 countries, and this kind of accessible material is supporting midwifery everywhere. And your subscriptions can help contribute to that, but also help you keep absolutely up to date in the middle of your busy life. There's a stand. You can visit us online. Subscriptions and things are very easy to access. But that's MATFLIX, and it's midwifery jumping into the new digital age. Thanks very much.